Let's be clear. Russia is causing Ukraine's destruction, and Russia will eventually bear the cost of Ukraine's reconstruction.
Do you know what's the actual problem with these kind of statements? Is that, one, is Russia causing Ukraine's destruction? 100% yes, definitely. They're bombing different places in Ukraine. But we know that many of the territories they're bombing, according to the Russians, they're liberating these territories and they will incorporate them into Russia, and then they will rebuild these territories. So yes, Russia will be paying for the reconstruction of the Ukrainian territories that, according to them, they will be incorporated into the Russian Federation. Now, what happened with the rest of the territories? Let's add to this. Ukrainians have been bombing eastern Ukraine for 8 years. Whoever doesn't know this, please update your mind. They've been bombing it for 8 years, and they have been destroying buildings on purpose as well. To date, they're still bombing eastern Ukraine, places where there are civilians basically. And there's evidence showing that they have been bombing eastern Ukraine and also Russia using Western weapons. The West confirmed that Ukraine will not be using their weapons to attack Russia. And I don't think they're happy with Ukraine using their weapons to attack civilians. We've seen videos of HIMARS used in civilian population. Okay? Now, he's saying that Russia will bear the cost of rebuilding Ukraine. So what he's saying here is that they're going to steal money from the foreign Russian assets and use this money to pay for the reconstruction of Ukraine, which is not going to be enough anyways. But that reconstruction of Ukraine is going to include payments to all the banks and institutions that gave money to Ukraine in order to finance this war. The weapons Ukraine is getting, they're not for free. So when he says that, be careful, because actually that money will not go 100% to the reconstruction of Ukraine, but rather to the payment of foreign debts. Now, what is he proposing in this forum? Is this even illegal? Sorry, is this even legal? Under international law, this is not legal. They can't take assets from a different country or from a country that is not theirs and give it to another country. Ukraine was on the list of the most corrupt countries in the world. This is according to Transparency International. Okay? And right before the war, Western media was reporting on this. For some reason, this has been forgotten now. So if you give money to one of the most corrupt countries in the world, you know what's going to happen. There have been cases of corruption in Ukraine. Zelensky himself have been involved in finding those Ukrainian officials that have been corrupted, and they have taken millions from aid provided by the Western countries and also money from their own country to finance the life or whatever. There's also corruption within the army. There's a good pro-Ukrainian military channel that does interviews to foreign mercenaries that went to fight for Ukraine. And it clearly shows evidence. Well, it's not actual physical evidence, but it's the word of these mercenaries saying that they've seen corruption. Like ammo that's meant to go to the front disappear halfway. We know from Mr. Nikotin, the Russian nationalist who attacks Belgorod, Russia, he did say that nowadays you can find a tank online. So, what this guy, Blinken, is proposing here is completely legal. And if a country does that, they will lose their reputation and they will also lose the confidence. Other countries will not trust in the banks, in the financial system, and what they will do, they will take the money out and they will create an alternative financial system. We'll continue for